Hello everyone, I'm Anime Freak and welcome to my video. Today, I've got something to ask you guys. Which one would you prefer? Would you rather have me tell you the truth of how I really feel about something? Or would you rather hear what you want to hear? I want you to think about that as I talk in this video. Because in this video, I have something very, very important to say. And it has to do with views and opinions, likes and dislikes. Now, on the internet, we've seen loads of people saying, oh, I like this series, or oh, I like this character, or oh, I don't like this series, or, oh, I don't like this character. And many of us have had arguments amongst ourselves which series is the best or which series we don't like, and so on and so forth amongst the fan bases. And it's not just amongst the fan bases, it's also in real life, with religion, different points of view, like the left-wingers, the right-wingers, the moderates. For example, you have the people who voted to remain in the EU, and you've had people who wanted to leave the EU, and you've had people who voted for Trump, and you've had people who didn't vote for Trump, and we have had arguments amongst ourselves, bashing the other, saying, oh, you vote for Trump, you're a racist, or oh, you vote for Hillary, that bitch wanted to start World War III, or oh, you wanted to leave the EU, you're an idiot, and so on and so forth. And there has been arguments, fights, and people beating up on other people because of what's been happening lately. But this video isn't about politics or anything like that. I'm going to be talking about what we in the fan bases like or dislike. Now, as a YouTuber, I have found out that you cannot please everybody. And I know this for a fact, because before I was a YouTuber, I was just one of those people that was just commenting in the comment sections of a video. You guys know what I'm talking about. Arguing who would win in a fight between Goku and Superman, which one of the Shonen 3 was the best, arguing which one I preferred, subbed or dubbed, which anime I liked and disliked, which characters I hated or loved. And this was all back in the day when I thought to myself, oh, my character can beat your character, or oh, my series is better than your series. But thankfully, those days are behind me now. I like to think that I've come to respect other people's points of views and opinions when it comes to other people's favourite series, or which one they prefer subbed or dubbed, or which of the Shonen 3 that they like. And when it comes to versus matches like with Goku and Superman, there was a time when I was actually, an extreme Goku fan, and I mean a big, humongous Dragon Ball Z-tard. And I always thought that Goku can beat anybody. And then when Screw Attack showed their videos as to why Superman would win, I just thought, okay, fair enough. If Superman can do that, then I'm alright with Goku losing. Because at the time, I didn't think that there was like other versions of Superman. I always assumed that he was like all the same person with different timelines. And then when the second fight came around and Goku lost, I thought to myself, wait a sec, something's fishy here. Superman was somewhat on par with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but now Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku can keep up with the Superman that he fought in the first round. But again, when Screw Attack explained as to why Superman would win against Goku, I was like, dude, that's something that Goku cannot do. I mean, I was butthurt about it, but I had no choice but to accept that Goku would lose against Superman. And then channels like Animation Rewind and Seth the Programmer came along, and they explained as to why Goku would win and that there are other versions of Superman. And let me tell you something, I was really, really pissed off at Screw Attack for not giving all this information as to why Goku would win and that there are other versions of Superman. And let me tell you something, if Goku was to go against one version of Superman each, and they explained why Superman or Goku would win, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. As long as it's done in a fair and balanced way, then I'll be okay with Goku losing. It's the same with Kirby and Majin Buu. I know for a fact that Screw Attack has screwed up with that fight. Again, if it was done in a fair and balanced way, then I wouldn't have anything to complain about. But anyways, back to my original point. All of us are going to have our likes and dislikes, and I'm not going to be able to agree with everybody, and I'm not going to be able to disagree with everybody, because as a YouTuber, I want to be able to tell people the truth on how I really feel about something, instead of telling people what they want to hear. Okay, let me give you an example. You know those YouTubers who tries to please everybody? You know those YouTubers who don't do any research and just says it because they want to get more views and more people to subscribe to them? or they're fanboys from another franchise, and they'll say why this character can beat another character from another franchise, and they'll make it seem that they know what they're talking about without evidence, or will repeat what other people have said. For example, there's this guy called Variant Comics, and he did a Goku vs Superman analysis, and he said exactly what Screw Attack said, and then Seth the Programmer debunked him on it. If you guys want to know what I'm talking about, please go and check out Seth the Programmer's Superman, the most powerful superhero, debunked. I'll leave a link in the description box below to that video. And before anybody says, oh, this is just a Goku vs Superman thing, isn't it? No, this isn't about Goku vs Superman. This is about me wanting to tell my audience the truth and how I really feel about something instead of what they want to hear. Because again, which one would you guys want me to do? Would you rather hear how I really feel about something, or would you rather hear what you want to hear? Because let me tell you something, if I was watching a YouTuber that I really liked and he was telling me the truth on something like he didn't like a series that I liked, or he thinks this character can win against this character, or he likes this character that I hate, or something like that, I would love to hear his opinions, his views, and why he likes a certain series or he likes a certain character. Because it's better to always tell your audience the truth than just to lie to them. And I know for a fact that I'm not going to please everybody with the truth, because there are lots of people out there who wants to hear what they want to hear. For example, let's just say, for example, there was a series that absolutely everybody loved, and I mean everybody loved this series. For example, Gurren Lagann. Let's just say, for example, everybody loved Gurren Lagann, and then I came out and said, oh, I don't like this series, which I don't. I think Gurren Lagann is one of the greatest anime series of all time. I'm just saying it as an example. No, seriously, I really do love Gurren Lagann. I'm just saying it as an example. Just an example. And I know for a fact there's going to be some fanboys out there spamming me and telling me that I'm an idiot and, saying lots of swear words towards me. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. You've seen the internet. You know how people are with this sort of thing. But I also know there are people out there who wants to know why I don't like Gurren Lagann. Like I said, just for an example. Okay, let's reverse roles. I will tell you guys what my favorite anime series is. My favorite anime series of all time is the series Monster. I absolutely love the story. I love the characters. I love where it's going. I love its direction. I love absolutely everything about this series, and I think it is one of the greatest series of all time. And I genuinely do think that Monster is one of the greatest series of all time. And I know for a fact there are people out there who isn't going to agree with my opinion, and I know there's going to be some people out there who doesn't like it, or they think it was okay. And you know what? I can respect that. I can respect that they, they don't like the series Monster. So it's okay. I'm okay with people, not liking it, or they thought it was okay. That's fine with me. And if someone was to do a review on this series and they gave it like a negative review and they said, "Oh well, I don't like this series. I thought it was crap. I don't like the series. I don't like the characters. I don't like the story. I don't like any of this." And let me tell you something. Maybe I might be a little bit butthurt from why he doesn't like the series, but I can respect his opinion as to why he doesn't like it. I mean, I won't agree with him, but I mean, you can't change people's opinions or force them to like the same thing as what you like. But at the very least, he told me as to why he doesn't like it, and that's all I can ask for. But I know for a fact there's going to be people out there who's going to say, "Oh, I don't like the series Monster," just to piss me off. And you know what? Those sort of people aren't worth my time. Okay, let me ask you guys something. Let's just say, for example, I gave a bad review to your favorite anime series, or I gave my reasons as to why I don't like the series. Is my points of views and opinions going to change how you feel about the series? Because if it was me, even if someone was to give a bad review or told me they don't like this series, that wouldn't change how I feel about the series Monster. I absolutely love Monster, and even if other people don't like it, that isn't going to change how I feel about it, because it holds a special place in my heart. But there are some characters, some series, and some fan bases who are going to rub me the wrong way, and I mean in a really bad way. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the neo-Nazi fanboy elitist fanboys, the ones who go bitching and complaining because I don't like their favorite series, or I don't like their favorite character, or they don't agree with my opinion. Those sort of people I cannot stand. I'm not talking about like an old fan base from a certain franchise. I'm talking about the neo-Nazi fanboy elitists who bitch and complain because they don't agree with my opinion. And again, those are the sort of people I don't take any notice of. But sometimes those sort of people do get under my skin sometimes. Yeah, I know there's going to be a few people out there who's going to try and get under my skin after me saying that. But sometimes a fan base needs to be taken down because of how freaking stupid they can be at times. I'm not saying the whole fan base, just the neo-Nazi fanboy elitist extremist fanboys. So with all this said and done, what I'm trying to get at is that there is, and I will say it, there is a few series, a few characters, and a few fan bases out there that I truly despise. And I know for a fact that that if I say one bad word about this certain series or this certain character or this certain fan base, I know for a fact that there are people out there, the fan base is going to hunt me down and try and kill me. I know for a fact they will do. Well, I mean, not literally, but you know what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to tell you guys which characters, which series, or which fan bases I hate in this video. This is a video that I'm just trying to get my point across. Because in the future, I'm going to be making a few confession videos and videos saying as to why I don't like a certain series or a certain character. So, once again, which one would you guys prefer? Would you rather have me tell you the truth on how I really feel about something? Or would you rather hear me say what you want to hear? Because if it was me, I would rather have someone tell me the truth on how they really feel about something than just lie to me about it. Okay, let me give you guys another example. Who here knows Gigi UK? If you don't know who Gigi UK is, then I'll leave a link in the description box below to his channel. Gigi UK is an anime fan just like me, and he's been on YouTube for years and years and years. I've always been a fan of his. I love how funny he is, I love how insightful he is, and I also love how he brings up subjects like how the anime industry is dying, or what's the point of fan service, the golden age of anime, reviews, you know, that sort of stuff. And he would try to promote anime the best he could. And he would also explain as to why, how anime could be promoted in the West. And I would always look forward to what his next video is about. But only because that we like both the same thing doesn't mean we're going to have the same points of view. Let me give you an example. In 2016, we had the UK referendum, and I actually voted to actually leave the EU, and to my surprise, Gigi UK actually voted to remain in the EU. And let me tell you something, tensions was high between the Remainers and the Leavers. There was arguments, debates, and a few fights there, rallies, arguments over the internet, and let me tell you something, it was a very, very heated debate between the Remainers and the Leavers. And when the UK actually won the rights to leave the EU, the Remainers side kept on bitching and complaining, saying, "Oh, we don't want to leave, we don't want to leave." The Remainers would attack people and kept on saying the same bullshit arguments that never holds any water, and tensions grew and grew and grew. I would have the same arguments over and over again, and let me tell you something, it was very, very frustrating for me. And when I found out that Gigi UK actually voted to remain in the EU, I was shocked and disappointed. But before I found out Gigi UK voted to remain in the EU, I was very frustrated because of the previous arguments I had with other Remainers. And again, when I found out, I was going to unsubscribe to him. But before I did that, I remembered all the videos that he made. The funny ones, the insightful ones, his reviews. Hell, he even has the same ambitions to get other people into anime as me. And I thought to myself, do I really want to unsubscribe to him just because he has a different political point of view than me? I mean, this is the same guy that made me laugh and has good points when it comes to anime. And I've been watching him for years. And then I decided not to unsubscribe to him. And let me tell you something, I've been on YouTube for ages and I've seen a lot of people unsubscribe to somebody just because they prefer a dog over a cat or a cat over a dog. I've also seen other people unsubscribe to a channel just because they didn't like the criticism of a certain series. But again, if someone was to criticize the series Monster, I wouldn't have a problem with it because that would be their opinions and their views. And again, it's not going to change the way I feel about the series Monster. I'd rather respect my audience by telling the truth than lying, even if I was to lose subscribers. So again, which one would you guys want? Would you rather hear my honest opinion, or would you rather hear what you want to hear? Which one is it? Would you take the red pill, or would you take the blue pill? It's your choice. Which brings me to my final point. From here on out, I will never ever lie to you guys. I pledge to always tell you guys the truth on how I feel about something. I will not creep around the answers. I will always give you guys a straight answer. Isn't that what you guys want? People telling you the absolute truth? Because if it was me, I would want to hear the truth, not what I want to hear. Well, there you have it. Please have a think about what I've said, guys. Now, if there's like any anime related, Ruby related, or My Little Pony related, just leave a link in the comment sections below and I will get to that video as soon as I can. And if you want to follow me on my social medias, they're down there in the description box below. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. And I will see you guys next time. Cheerio!